Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In this episode, I'll cover a combination of both various mid-levels and levels I find online, primarily the former. So I'll begin with this stage. Secret Cave Base has been found normal by Night Curse X with 16 plays and a score of 1. As always, if you want one of your levels to be featured in a future episode like this one, please leave us LID either in the comment section below, on Twitter, or on my Discord server. The information which can be found on the bottom right part of the screen, as well as in the description below. As usual, I'm using the same mod by Radwin Fuad and Lozoff. A fairly short and easy stage just exists. Second up is Blastman Revenge Extra Stage by Zen, with 34 plays and a score of 13. That's probably only for life pickup, so I'll ignore it. Reminds me of that section in Impact Man stage. I'm buying used to the conveyor belts, cogs, and those enemies. We saw them in isolation earlier. We're likely getting close to the end of the level. I must have missed something. Probably the rush coil somewhere. I'll double check. I'll play through the stage again and double check. Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen once. I screwed up my positioning. Oh wait, this isn't actually the end of the stage. We just need to run for our lives. This is an unexpected but welcome surprise. A more unique way to end off the stage. I liked it more than the previous one. This was okay to decent. Now here's an entire pathway which I missed. I thought it was just a bottomless pit. Another welcome surprise this stage offers. He really didn't need a weakness to the X-Buster. It made him too easy. And there's a time slow, which is likely the last man's weakness too. And where the two pathways link up with each other. Third up is Gloom Swamp Manor version 3 by KXI, with 6 plays and a score of -2. I know the previous stage designed by this author received a negative score. I wonder why this one as well. It doesn't look too bad yet. Fighting it normally is a pain, so I bypassed it by damage boosting. Not exactly safe to do it this way, so... Oh boy, I see the problem here. If I can get one more in there. Now I can see why the stage got a negative score. We go from easy challenges involving this to suddenly this. I would have preferred if there was a better difficulty curve, not suddenly dropping us into this. Now if the stage start is this hard, then I wouldn't mind as much. After several dozen attempts off screen, I made it. This is not the intended way to do it, but I just find the intended way to be rather inconsistent. And the other reason why I took so many attempts was primarily due to engine issues, specifically drop button inputs. I understand what the stage is going for, but the sudden difficulty spike combined with engine issues really destroys my fun. In some ways it's easier than the previous stage I played with the rolling cutter, in some ways it's harder. Attempt number 3. I still prefer this boss battle over what came before it. You okay, Shade Man? Thanks for the win, then. I'd only recommend this stage to more experienced Mega Man Maker players. If I hadn't edited down the stage, we would have been here for at least 10 minutes longer. Forward up is Weapon Capsule Relay Double Water Boss Edition by YouTube Social HD 2 with 14 plays and a score of -1. You know the drill about this series by now. Time for the boss duos. We didn't need a full life restore in the boss room itself. The boss battle is easy anyways, unless you decide to do it Buster only. Fifth up is Space Travel 4 Part 1 Ariax Normal by La Patio with 63 plays and a score of 20. We even have a larger spaceship compared to Tree. Mega Man got a nice upgrade. What type of planet is Ariax anyways? Is it mountainous? I was hoping to sneak through there. I forgot I can't saw through them fast enough. Need to switch sides. I hope these climbing sections are elaborated on more. These are fun. Trying to get close there. Nice way of combining the gimmicks. We're probably gonna have all 3 special weapons at the end too. Wait. There may be something up here. No, there isn't. Yeah, I screwed that one up. That was the way I was supposed to do it. That's it. I'm a bit disappointed there wasn't a section where we combined the charge kick, thunderclaw, and the wheel cutter. Not sure what happened there. I was holding right, but apparently I was too close. This is what I was trying to do. Overall, this was a very fun gimmick stage. Currently my favorite level of the episode. Good work, Lepadio. It was a decent stage. I just wish it explored the uses of the wheel cutter more. Then again, it would have made the stage more difficult. Sixth up is Robot Master Revenge by Max9000 with 8 plays and a score of 0. Sure, let's snap everything. Full set of special weapons, 9 E-tanks and 1 M-tank. It's boss rush time. Followed by evil laughter. Let's give this boss rush to Mega Man. This is probably going to be one of the longer ones. Hi Boomer Quanger, aka Cutman. Thanks for showing the weaknesses on the bottom parts of the screen. That wasn't really necessary, but it makes going through these battles faster. Plus, they drop life pickups, which I'm not entirely sure is necessary for this kind of stage. We started out with 9 E-tanks after all. Plus, we had a checkpoint only after 4 boss battles. I think the stage would have been balanced better if bosses dropped nothing. We really don't need the checkpoints in the middle boss rooms either. It's not like these are too difficult. A more skilled player could do all this buster only. Something over 100. I see the pattern forming here. We have 4 bosses from each of the Mega Man games. 4 from Mega Man 1, 4 from Mega Man 2, and now 4 from Mega Man 3. I'm only damage boosting to speed up the boss battle. The Mega Man 3 section's done, on to the Mega Man 4 one. Well, that was easy. Never mind. How did you even pull that one off? I get it now. It's because I jumped. Never mind, you can randomly do that now. Well, that's strange. We now have teleporters to backtrack. Suddenly, an autoplaying section. Not all the sprite masks for X have been added in yet. That's why he switches color. Suddenly, we don't have backtracking teleporters. It was only for the Mega Man 4 section. Peculiar. It works, but it's not a fun one. In fact, this is superior. Way to make Charge Man easier. I don't really have much more to say about this stage, other than the fact it's a boss rush against all the bosses currently in the engine, and it's not that difficult either. Frankly, I feel the designer biased this stage too much towards the player's favor. Let's play as some of the other characters. Mega Man, however, he's hard mode. He takes double damage from all sources. For Plant Man, that's the fastest option. Reflecting all the plants back at him is a risky maneuver. I wanted to play his bass, but I screwed up there. Placing a Shiki in these kinds of rooms would have been more handy. faster way to do that section would be via dash jumping. I noticed that some bosses don't even have certain weaknesses, like none of the bosses so far are weak to the Skull Barrier, or Oil Slider, or even the Star Crash. Telling you the stage is lagging more too. So the weapon distribution in terms of weaknesses needs some work as well. For the games where there's currently only 2 bosses available, I suggest placing the refill room after 4 bosses have been defeated. Otherwise, it makes a not so difficult stage even easier. You must have a secondary weakness to that. Thank you for cooperating. The most difficult part of the stage, outside of 1 or 2 of the boss encounters. Last but not least should be Blast Man. The first half to 2/3 of the stage wasn't too laggy, now it suddenly got laggier. Combined with the stage's overly easy, at least for me, and unremarkable feel, it's not winning any favors. What's down there? Nothing, an invisible wall. That probably leads back down to the start of the stage. I'm assuming this is the ending message of the stage, so let me give my final overall thoughts. This boss rush just existed. It was overly easy too. We didn't need to have checkpoints in almost every boss room. Plus, because of all the E&M tanks we collected at the start of the stage, plus those in the intermission rooms, the bosses did not need to drop pickups either. Everything about the stage was unremarkable to me, both the boss battles and the intermission rooms. Nothing more to say about the stage other than it just existed and it dragged on. 7th up is Escape from the Room, The Search for an Exit by Lozov, with 20 plays and a score of 4. No shooting here, only jumping and sliding. So the screen wraps around, both horizontally and vertically. If I go to the left, that means I'll die to the right. Meaning that the exit must be to the left, below the spikes, because it can't wrap around to the right. By paying enough attention, you could probably do all this in one go. Hang on. If I time it correctly, I'll be able to fall into the yoga block and then transition over there. Alright then, I didn't exactly see that. Spike it boxes. Didn't realize I could walk off screen too. And we're out of this labyrinth. It's a neat idea for a level, Ozoff. Currently, it's my honorable mention of the episode. Most of the time in these sorts of levels, you aren't intended to jump out of the visible area, but this messed with that assumption. This gets my upvote. 8 up is Morph Mod Stage by Gravity Beetle, with 13 plays and a score of 4. This is a rather compressed rendition of Morph Mod Stage. Before, this was several screens away. Now it's only 4 or 5. I guess you intend to use either the superhero or magnet beam. One of the X-Hunters. Instead of getting the zero part, we now play as Proto Man. Also, what happens if you run out of weapon energy for that? Aren't you soft locked? Overall, this stage looks rather messy to me. The boundaries aren't really set correctly, and the stage feels overly compressed. In summary, it's a downgrade from the original. The stage needs an overhaul. Ninth up is Mega Saga HQ Training Mode by Jidox74 with 28 plays and a score of 6. Was there a training mode in the original Mega Saga series? Hi, not Cupman. I'm keeping this, thank you very much. We don't really need an extra life on top of the Yoshiki. Clever way to introduce them. A bit of a longer intro stage, but I don't mind it. To me, intro stages don't really need to be short, just short enough. That was a leap of faith there. Now that I think about it, this may not be an intro stage. Instead, it's like an entire stage dedicated to training. In addition to teaching us the basics for Mega Man, it's teaching us the basic mechanics for Proto Man and Bass. If this were to exist in a Mega Man Classic game, it would be an optional tutorial level. I'll keep going as Proto Man. Overall, this was a decent tutorial level. It is a bit tricky at the end if you're a newbie, but otherwise, shouldn't be difficult for a somewhat experienced player to get through. Stand up is Trial of Trickery by Joe7 with 15 plays and a score of 0. I'll do these in counterclockwise order. As with Lozov's level, this will be a puzzle-oriented stage. So each teleporter corresponds to a different set of challenges, in this case with the totem pole enemies and the solars. There we go. The hardest part is trying to deal with getting attacked by two different enemies at once. That's why I did have one failure. Well, that's one set of puzzles done. Let's see if the other ones are as difficult as this one. No wonder why it's called a trial of trickery. Wait. I need that. I found this easier than the previous one. It relies less on timing. That's 2 sections down. Much easier than the previous one. Although likely the same in terms of length, the previous one felt more difficult. I just need to time it correctly. What, really? There was an invisible ceiling there. That I consider to be jerkish level design. I actually failed one more time off screen due to engine issues. Perfect. I don't think it was intended to be that easy. Oh my goodness. Once again, another instance of drop button inputs. And we're back over here. I'm still ticked off of what happened there. I want to enjoy the stage more, but it's getting ravaged by engine issues. I'm sorry, Joe. And we're out of here. It was actually more difficult than the orange teleporter, but not due to the stage design. I made it after several failed attempts, and button input restoration issues. I'll make it one shot at this. For a moment there, I thought I was gonna fall into the spikes, knowing my luck. You know, I think this stage needs more weapon capsule respawners. At first glance, this is one of the harder ones, but once you get the hang of it, and if the engine cooperates, it's not too bad. And as you can tell from the timer, this is a tough stage. I only recommend it to somewhat experienced Mega Man Maker players, otherwise you're in for a rough time. Now we have almost all the abilities. This will be edited down in post. I don't think you'd enjoy seeing a 30-minute video on this. That's one down. This was easier than the previous room. The previous room felt a lot like trial and error. Oh no. Oh, I need to get it on top of the blocks there. Like so. Was that intended? What I'm supposed to do is probably use the Scramble Thunder while running on top of there. But that's a gamble. One I'm gonna be forced to take at this point. And completely fail. Aha, so this is how you're supposed to do it. Now this section makes much more sense. Doing it the other way, I don't think it's passable. And if you're wondering about the timer, I just used a level editor. I was just getting sick of repeatedly dying due to engine issues, drop button inputs and whatnot. And it's a shame, really. Scratch my other statement, I only recommend this stage to more advanced Mega Man Maker players. This is much tougher than I thought. At this point, I'd probably call it Diet Kaizo. My other main gripe is its inconsistent difficulty curve. I mean, some of these screens are much more tougher than others. I hope this is the way out. In total, I spent over 40 minutes on this stage. Alright, I get what I need to do now. My main suggestion for the stage, if you want to reduce the difficulty, would be to add more weapon respawners and at least have 2 more checkpoints. It's over. After a dozen attempts off screen, Skullman has been defeated. Whatever fun I would have had with the stage was completely wrecked by the engine's issues, hence why I decided to use the level editor. The stage became Diet Kaiser to me. I get who the target audience was, more experienced Mega Man Maker players, but I still feel it could do with some improvement, for instance rearranging some of the screens to have a better difficulty balance. I'm sorry Joe, I didn't like this level. 11th up is Powerful Pipelines, Pumpman.exe by Copy System Snake Man, with 33 plays and a score of 12. This should be a breather of a stage compared to the previous one. Its stages are dull as they demonstrate the weaknesses of this engine, and why I don't like to play Mega Man Maker for long periods of time. I was hoping for a fun puzzle level. What I ended up with was a difficult and frustrating endeavor. But enough of that, let's talk about this stage. So far, graphics are nice. And it just ended. It felt like half of a stage to me. It needed to be twice as long, and focus more on a set of gimmicks. So the 12th and final level of this episode is Unknown Planet by Totally Not Aquaman, with 76 plays and a score of 24. The last level I played by Aquaman was a pretty fun one. It ended up earning my honorable mention in the episode. Good introduction to gimmicks and enemies. First in isolation, then combining and escalating them. Pleasant stage overall. Though the climax could do with some work, it was too easy. It did use most of the gimmicks. I only wish it was more challenging, and used both the ring and coil platforms simultaneously. I had almost exactly the same critique as the previous level. Both of them need better ending sequences, more so this one, and I would have preferred if it was a minute longer. So overall, out of the 12 levels I played during this episode, my favorite one was Escape from the Room, The Search for an Exit by Lozov. So in the next episode, I'll be playing through another pack of levels. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.